Welcome to this session of SPeED, Website Page Editor by Sand Dollar Digital Design Incorporated. I am David Bailey, the creator of SPeED. In this short video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the organization of an HTML page. And as you can see here, I am looking at an HTML page. Most of the time, the home page, even though when you go to the home page on a site, it says home page over here, it is also treated as an HTML page. This page here is a part of Tigger Travels, and this is one of my sites, and we're specifically looking in this little area right in here. And right now you see all it says is Tigger Travels, text and photos concerning our organization. But this is the content of the site, and a little bit of differentiation here. The content of the site, which is this box, is different from the design of the site, which is everything else in this particular case that you're seeing. Well, I can show you a couple of other examples. Here is a website for the Eureka Springs Transit, and all this on the outside is the site design. The white area in the middle here is the content. Same thing here with CanuckCedar.com. All the area in this white is content. The left side and across the top and a little bit at the bottom down here where it says administer this page, that's the site design. So we're really looking at this middle area where the actual content of the pages of your site is located. So there are several kinds of pages. This HTML page happens to be one of the most common that we use, and it's organized imagine a brick wall, one brick on top of another. This thing is going to be organized like a brick wall, one section, one little piece on top of another. But before we get into the different types of pieces, if you go into an HTML page and there is nothing on it, you come to this relatively nondescript page, and it's asking you first to go ahead and let's create a template. Well, I'm going to create a very simple template. Let's choose the simplest one. This is simply a box with text. Nothing special, just a box with text. And it's called section, header, text, bold. That's the kind of things that go in here. So this is going to be a box with some text in it. And there's a lot of options over here, and we're going to get more into options later, but I want to just show you how this page is organized at the moment. So we look here, and now we have a single section, and you can barely see there is a yellow line across here that separates the section. If I insert another section, and I'm going to just use the same thing just because we're doing something very simple here. This is another section to this page. I'm going to go down here and save this now. So now we have two sections. Think of them as two building blocks to the contents of this page. You can, in this particular case, you can barely see the yellow line. Some templates you can see that dividing line a little better, but the dividing is also where it says insert new section here. That's the division between each section. Now that I've added two sections here, though, we can actually go to the page itself on the website, and this is where you'll start to see why this multiple window or multi-tab browsing becomes useful, because I can sit here, work on the page, then I can flip over to the tab where the page is. Now notice nothing is there yet. For there to be something there, I simply need to hit the refresh button or the reload. Also on a Windows keyboard is the F5 key. I love keeping my finger on the F5 key quite often just for this very reason. But you'll notice here, suddenly there's two sections here, and you'll notice they're significantly closer together than they show up over here in SPeED. All the extra space here is more for organizational purposes. This is how the page will look. So when you're thinking about building a page, the first thing you have to do is kind of envision the different sections of the page that you're going to be building. Now to bring that point home a little bit, let's look here at Serendipity Woodshop. The first section is this blue area that talks about their upcoming event. The next section is this section here with an image to the left and text to the right. The next section is text to the left, image to the right. and so on and so forth. They even have a module down here for their their Facebook feed, and some links to their Etsy store. This particular place has an Etsy store, and if a company has that, it's really a good idea to connect everything together. So this is the building blocks: one piece, two pieces, 3 pieces, 4, and so on and so forth, all the way down. And that's where these building blocks become important. So as you're doing this, these sections will become important, and there's really only one other thing to show here. And back over here to Serendipity Woodshop, they have an announcement here for an upcoming event. Once that event happens, they might want to take that announcement off there until maybe next year when they do it again. So we have one little feature here. Let's just suppose that this here is the section announcing the event. You'll notice here to the left is a hide. So now we can hide that from the page, and you'll see it says down here, hidden for future use, and it shows the section down here. This is another section for this page. And if we go back to the page on the website, now remember, it's not going to show up right the first time. You have to hit refresh first. And you'll see that that section has now disappeared. There it is. Now you can see that the section has disappeared once that page refreshes. And that's useful because specifically in this particular case, maybe they're going to do the Palafox market next year at the same time. So they can hide this from now until, a few months before they do it next year. Then all they have to do is say, restore this section for use, and boom, the information is right back where it was. You may need to change some dates, you may need to change booth information, but it's all there, ready to go. And that's just some basic information on an HTML page and how it is built in WebSpeed. In the other videos, we're going to start going into some of these other section types. We're going to talk about, like we already were looking here, the section header text bold, and look at there's left text, right image. These top 3 are the most common things that you're going to see. Upload a file. There's several things down here, various options that we have that we can use, and we'll talk about these in each one in a different video. So for now, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.